Cool.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Take care,
All right.
bro. Feel better.
Later.
Yeah, I ain't gonna worry about fucking doing all the other bullshit.
You don't need to.
I'm not going to, especially since I'm busy doing something else.
Are you doing playing a video game?
Later.
No, I'm working on
Take
getting
care,
that.
bro. Feel better.
I'm working on getting that fucking cookbook on fucking Amazon. That's what I'm working on.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So that. So just keep going, boys. I'm almost done. They just I wanted to get this fucking done.
How was your day,
All right.
Mick?
Oh, not bad. I had to wrangle a whole bunch of paperwork on a job I was supposed to be doing. The paperwork wasn't right, so I had to unfuck the paperwork, and so I'm working tomorrow. Got a crew of guys coming over to help me out with it. Got to take a whole bunch
There
of
we go.
brackets off the airplane and got to sand them down to bare metal and seal them in there with chromium sealant so there's an electrical bond. So apparently they forgot to do that when they engineered that part of it. So it's going to be a huge, giant pain in the ass. The installation process order is about that fucking thick. So, fortunately, I'm
Wow.
taking Sunday off, and the other two guys that are helping me are not. So, after I leave on Saturday, it'll be their problem.
So you guys work all kinds of different hours? I thought you just worked like Monday through Friday or whatever.
Nah, we a lot of us will take weekends if there's work. They actually did cut off this weekend for a lot of us, but this job, the doors, the airplane is at the door, which means it's about to head out to the field. So this was like a have to do now sort of job. So me and some other people got spared, and so yeah, I try to work weekends at least two a month, and I'm gonna be doing as many as I can from here on out. So
Yeah. Hey, if it's extra money and you can do it, man.
it's extra money and it's extra vacation time.
That's always good too.
We accrue based on number of total hours worked. So the more you work, the more you get, more money you get. It all fucking snowballs, dude.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 80 degrees out here, dude. What's the weather out there?
Shit. Like 50. I mean, today it was sunny. That was nice, but it was fucking frost on the car this morning. It was like 34 degrees. And then it went up to about 50 or, 51, 52, some such shit. And it's steadily climbing up a little every day, but we ain't got no real weather yet. But the almanac or the powers that be said it's going to be a early and long summer here. So I already fucking preempted that shit and got myself an 8,000 BTU air conditioner from Home Depot. That way it'll be up and ready to install when the weather gets hot and everybody else is scrambling for one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
AC is important, homie. Especially
Yeah.
out here too, where I'm at.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah.
'Cause it gets humid,
I know.
which is I don't know.
I grew
It's
up
I
over there.
guess
There is no dry spot on the East Coast.
no, it's not. It's all like
From Maine to Florida, man, fucking humid.
yeah, I don't like the humid so much.
Yeah, that was my least
The
favorite part
worst
about the weather
humidity
there.
I the worst humidity I ever experienced though was in Bahrain.
Bahrain sucked. I had many a pier watch in that
Gosh,
humidity
dude.
and in full uniform, mind you, no short sleeves or nothing. All dark
Oh
colors,
man.
of course, to absorb maximum sunshine.
I wore the desert camis, dude. I'd walk outside and like 5 minutes later I'm soaking wet
Yep. I
all
got
year
about my
long.
I got my about my fourth lap around the pier, and I was a bit hungover too. It was we were spending a little too much time at the club the night before, and I'd stop
Mhm.
about every 100 yards and kind of give it like one of those. I'm about to. Okay, it'll calm down, and I'd keep walking. About fourth time around, man. We remember that guard shack with the blacked out windows at the end of the pier there.
Mhm.
There's some security, some American security in there, and they came out and said, "Hey, man, you don't look so good. Why don't you come in here and have a couple of glasses of water, and we'll take a turn and look out for you for a minute." I'm like, "Oh, cool." It was air conditioned, like 50 degrees in there. I was like, oh my God, cold water, man. They fucking hooked me up. I was in there for maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes while the guys kind of covered for me. Those guys were fucking heroes that day, man.
Yeah, I don't miss Bahrain, not one
No,
bit.
no, there's nothing about Bahrain that I miss aside from the fact that it was cool to walk around and experience it and be there. But like once that wore off, yeah, I don't want to ever go back.
2 years there. I did have a nice flat though. I had a really nice flat. It was
Still,
really nice. I
no,
wanted Heidi
Bahrain.
to come out there with me, but not with all the kids because they were really little. There was
Yeah.
no way.
No, not there. Nope.
Like I wanted her to come. Just leave the kids home and her come out there.
Right. Because you ain't getting laid in a Muslim country.
Nope. The crazy thing was is that when girls got pregnant there, if they weren't married, they would have to ship the girls out immediately because the government would take custody of the baby because there's no father.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude. So
Wow.
every girl that got pregnant that wasn't married, they got them out of there.
I bet you that more than a few did it on purpose.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Just like the ones that would get pregnant before going on deployments.
Same thing, only I'm sure Bahrain sucks much, much more than a deployment does.
Yeah.
These deployments are interesting, change of scenery, even if it's just ocean for a while.
Oh man, it sucked being on that ship. I mean, the care was cool, but then it also sucked because I never had any time to myself.
Well, do you guys
Like,
ever go above decks? I mean, you have the main flight deck, but like, do you guys ever get any fresh air on the fucking flat top?
yeah, like I would go up to the bridge. I'd go up to the bridge. I'd go up to, the captain's chair on either side, on the port side or the starboard side,
Hmm.
because when we were standing like Atwell watches, I'd have to go up there, right? I was in Atwell when we were like in the Persian Gulf in 19. I was Atwell for nighttime, right? 12 hours of nighttime. And if Iran was chasing us, I would have to go up there because I'd have to have the battery. I would have to release the batteries to shoot them if they got too close
Sure.
after warning them and all that stuff. So that was interesting. But the crazy part was that almost every night when the deployment started, some asshole would throw a chem stick out and make a freaking man overboard kind of thing happen. And they started doing that when we went to the Middle East, right? So the admiral had to come on there and write a letter and be like, stop doing this. You are putting us in strategic danger doing this.
Well,
And
why
I
would
had my
anyone do
MA
that? You get caught, man. You're just
because
getting masted. You're getting court-martialed.
yeah, I was like, if you find them, bring them to me. I'm gonna chop their hands off and throw them in the water.
Yeah, why the fuck? I mean, when I was on the Fife, dude, I mean, I like a good prank, but fuck, it never occurred to me to fucking do
It
that.
was
That's just,
almost every night, and I had my MAs look, and we never found them because we couldn't be everywhere all at the same time.
well, right. Yeah, I get it.
Because I'm sure someone could flush it down the toilet and it would go out and float up
Right.
to the top. And then one of the lookouts would see it. So I told my MAs, I said, if you catch this person, bring them to me. I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of them. I'm going to beat them up. Because one, you're affecting my sleep, you selfish piece of crap. Two, I'm going to get you out of the Navy and off my ship. And I'm going to make sure you get a bad conduct discharge so that you don't get hired by nobody for
I'd
being a
say that,
stupid ass.
I'd say that's warranted. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because like that ship, dude, that ship was like Me Too Central. Like it was like scandalous all the time. So me being there, whenever I had to counsel someone, I would always have like two or three people with me.
Right. Yeah.
So, and it was usually me, a chief, and master chief. And she was a female, and the other two chiefs were males, me and the other chief, right? So it worked out good that way
Yeah.
because I'm like, I'm not playing around. And then I had to be like this weird standoffish kind of guy that would talk in like parables or speak like a Buddha or whatever. You know, hey, will you be my mentor, chief? I'm like, I mentor all sailors because I'm not signing a contract with someone that's going to betray me.
Right. Is kind of
Because
say
that
things
as
without
soon as
saying
I
them.
got there and I saw how many people were on restriction and what they were on restriction for and what they got accused of and what the accusations were, I was like, I'm not playing anything around here.
Hmm.
I'm leaving everyone the hell alone. I'm just talking to people when I have to. Because they made it that way. So like there was a point where like I had talked to like the equal opportunity advisor and they called him a command climate specialist. Everyone thought they had to do with like air conditioning, but it was the climate of the command. And there I was like, here's what's going on. I said, he said, I got a bunch of junior sailors complaining about chiefs not, being chiefs or chiefs are not going out there on the deck plates with their sailors and all that stuff. I said, you want to know why? I said, here's why, because you go as a chief, you go over there, you tell them to correct themselves, fix their hair, fix their fingernails, something like that. They go to the JAG and they complain about harassment, sexual harassment, because you were looking at them to see what was wrong with them, right? Like a uniform inspection, which as a chief, you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to make sure the uniform is squared away. It doesn't matter if you're underway, on shore, or whatever, right? You got to
Yeah,
have
it's kind of
proper haircut, proper
part of their
fingernails, all
job.
that stuff, right? Yeah, proper grooming. I said, that's why. And so he started he didn't really believe me at that time. And he came back like a couple days later. He's like, dude, you were right. I said, yeah, I'm right. Because this is why the Chiefs are doing what they do. It's like we're only going to do what we need to do, and we're not going to spend more time with them because we don't trust them anymore. Because at that point in the Navy, from like 2013 to like that time when I was in there, they cared more about junior sailors' opinions and their whining and crying than they did about, the chiefs and the first classes that had been in the Navy for a long time and had been through some stuff. They were taking the word of the 19-year-olds over someone like me that was like 38, 39, 40 years old. I had 21, when I got there, I had 22 years in the Navy, almost 22 years in the Navy at that time.
Longer they've been
I'm like,
alive.
okay, well, if that's the way it's going to be, and the master chief that we had this command master chief, he was a jerk, dude. He was a chief that would hunt other chiefs down.
Oh, he's a fucking what do they call that?
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of those guys, right? So
A blue falcon.
I told him, I said, if you're one of those, I said, Master Chief, I'm going to tell you right now, and you can detach me for cause right now. I don't really give a fuck because I want to get out of the Navy anyways, right? I was like, I'll get out at 22. I got my retirement. Screw you. You know what? You guys lose me. Anyways, I told him if you're a chief that's politically correct and you have to lie, cheat, manipulate others to get your way and use politics, I will never respect you. I will never follow you. I'll obey the lawful orders, but you'll never get much out of me other than that. I said, I don't give a shit. I don't care if I'm going to put on a star. I already got in trouble for that, and I'm not putting on a star because I'm going to have 5 years to fix my record. So if you're one of those chiefs, don't expect me to be one of those people that sucks up to you. That was my introduction to him.
Hmm.
Because I was like, go ahead, kick me off the boat. Send me home. Send me home from the Navy that I
Do me
don't
that
even like
favor.
anymore. Do me a favor because everybody in the chain of command at the time was so left wing, politically correct, liberal fucking feminist that I was just like, I want out. I don't want to lay down my life for people like this.
Well,
Why do I want
that was
to?
Biden's
Why
armed
do I
forces.
want to have a possibility of dying for people that are not worth dying for anymore? They're not worth protecting. They just want to screw everyone over. So, after I got out of the Navy and then Biden took over, a lot of people started getting out. And then they made them all do the COVID thing, right? And they kicked a bunch of people out. So later on, when I was on the taco truck, dude, in Lenore, I met a girl who was an IT1 or an IS, intelligence specialist. She worked in skiffs and everything. They kicked her out of the Navy because she refused to get the shot. That was my time of getting out of the Navy when all that crap was going on. So then By the time 2023 came around, I was watching videos where guys are like, there's no way I'm going to defend this country. I'm not defending a country and a society that hates me. I will go to jail. I'd never seen anything like that, but I could understand why those guys were thinking that way. They're like, I'm not going to die for these people. And you know, I think it's changed a little bit, but it's going to go back that way because of what's going on right now.
Well, do you think a bunch of kids that are only there for the college are ever going to win a naval battle?
No. And you know, they and the funny thing is I told them, I said, look, you can get your college tuition assistance and all that, but you have to get all your PQS quals first. If you don't get your qualifications and you don't get your your PT score is not good, you're not going to college. Do you understand me? Yes, Chief. I said, so if I hear you talking like that or talking shit again like that, I'm gonna fuck you up. Do you understand me? Yes, Chief. I was the kind because they would say, with all due respect, Chief. I said, hold on a minute. With all due respect means no fucking respect. So fuck you, fuck your name, and fuck from where you came. You're gonna do what I fucking told you, or I'm gonna make sure you go to captain's mess and you never get promoted. How about you follow my fucking orders because they're the right thing to fucking do? So, you know, once they saw me as that guy, they were like, okay, well, we're not going to mess with this guy. Because I'm like, I'm not going to put up with shit. You're not going to lie, cheat, steal, manipulate others to get your way. You're going to live out honor, courage, and commitment daily, 365, 24/7. Is that understood? Yes, Chief. But I tried to get that in my page 2 counseling. They always have you like this counseling, right? That you give these people, the sales when they come on saying, these are the expectations that my chain of command would not let me do that because it gave them no wiggle room and there was no loophole that they could use to get away with anything.
Isn't that kind of the
And
point?
once I saw that, and that was like maybe a month in on the boat, right when I started deployment, I was like, well, okay, so I can't make people do what's right. I can't hold them accountable. We'll see what happens. That's why, like, when I got out of the Navy, I was so happy because I'm like, I'm done with this crap. I'm done with the political correctness and the sissification of the military. Hopefully it's changed by now. And hopefully
maybe it has, maybe it hasn't, but I'm pretty sure they're never going to go back to fan room counseling again, which is what they really need for half these people.
Yeah, they do. They do. They need to bring back smokers
And that.
boxing because you could solve a lot of problems when two people have a beef with each other. If you get, okay, put on some mouth guards, put on some freaking thing and put some gloves on. You guys get 5 rounds to fight each other. If I catch you guys fighting like this again, I'm taking you both to mast. Is it understood? Is that understood?
Well, we used to roll, man. Same thing.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what it was like when I got on the carrier. So I was just like, man, 2 years is going to be a long time. But hey, I got out of there. I survived. I didn't get in trouble. Anyways, how's it going, Jay? Is your thing working?
Huh?
Did you upload it? Or the Amazon thing?
Well, upload. I got to wait for them to fucking review it and all that bullshit. So.
Oh, that's that cooking book, right?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty neat, dude.
See how that does? Guess what? I don't need to make much money. Anybody I make off of it, guess what's going to get donated anyway. So, you know, so.
Hold on, I got to make a phone call real quick, fellas. I'm going to mute myself real quick.
You setting up your book on Amazon, are you?
That's already up. It's already that. Well, I got to wait for them to look at it first, make sure.
Yep.
Yeah. It could take up to fucking 3 days for it to get published. So, if it does, it does. So, I was trying to go back early to find the preview. I should have showed you all the preview of it, but I can't go back until after it's fucking. They actually publish it. So, because using that same software, right? There's companies out there that'll charge you $500 for that son of a bitch. That same software that they're using off Amazon right there.
Yeah.
Same shit right there. Then if you already got the book, all you all has a PDF form. You upload that whole book and formats it for tablet or phone or computer right there.
Yep. When you get it done, it's all up and running, ready to go. Send me a link so I can, share it
Oh,
on my shit,
you don't have to buy it. I already sent you the fucking book. Same one.
No, I mean, if I have friends that want to buy it.
Oh, yeah. But if not, they don't have to. I mean, now people with alpha-gal don't have to. I mean, people with alpha-gal, they can convert those recipes. I should put that in there. That could be converted over to regular beef, whatever, right? Pork.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I just want to put it out there, man, in case someone thinks it looks good and wants to buy it,
Now, I did change the price to $9.99 though, so that I did
Yeah.
do.
There you go.
But that's why we did 35% royalty, because that ain't much royalty off fucking that. So
I'll say, that's pretty fair.
well, if you use 70% royalty, guess what? They charge you 40 cents to deliver it. 35, it's free delivery.
Oh, well, all right, yeah.
So if this one works, guess what? I'm already working on another one, old world cooking. So I'm working on. That one's gonna be a shorter one, right there. If that would, then that will only be like fucking maybe $2. It might only have like 10 recipes if that in it, motherfucker, right there. So. But I already sent Natasha the prototype. The one I sent you all.
Yep.
I told her, I said, test them, see what you think, give me some fucking feedback. That's what I need. So, like a little pain, he's gonna make the soba style, noodles. He held in all that right away. Because he's like me, he likes the fucking Japanese noodles. And eventually I'm gonna put my Chinese noodles in there too. Like, because the closest ones you can get without going to Chinatown, not being saucy and all that shit, right, is actually Panda Express. Right there, just like in Hong Kong. You got the cabbage, the onions, and just a little bit of sauce to clean to them. It's not saucy or nothing, right?
Yeah, last week Charlene made us up some good ramen. Like the good stuff without all the garbage in it.
Yeah.
Takes a little longer, but she made us some of that.
Yep.
With some green onions and garlic and some powdered chicken bouillon to make it taste like the packaged ramen, kind of. Dude, it was so good.
Did she use a broth or no broth on it?
No broth. I like mine pasta style.
Yeah, which is more like a yakisoba style.
Yeah, that's how I eat mine. Yeah,
that's why I like mine too. I mean, I'll make it with a broth every now and then.
Well, yeah,
but I gotta be in the right mood for that. I gotta be sick if I'm making it like that.
Oh.
But I've had people tell me, well, that's not true. Fucking on Facebook, that's not true, Rob. And I was like, motherfucker, you been expand? Shut the fuck up. I have. You got different levels of fucking ramen. That's what you got. But
well, yeah, ain't all gonna be the same.
Yeah. But most people think ramen as a broth type, right there. But
that ain't the only one. That's just the most popular.
Oh yeah. Like in Thailand, you can get noodle dish without the broth too. In Thailand. I will say, pad Thai is my favorite Thai dish right there.
God, I can't remember the last time I've had that.
Last time I had that was, this been probably 15 years ago when I was out on a date. This new Thai place in Columbia opened up, right? And I was like, oh, I got to try their pad Thai. I said, I looked at it because they was all fucking Thai girls. I said, all right, is this the American version or like in Thailand? They just looked at me. I said, no, I'm fucking serious. I don't want the American version. I want the Thai version. Plain and simple.
Yep.
And they sent me the Thai version. I said, look, I'll be able to know because I've been in Thailand. It was a little more spicier than what the American version is.
Oh yeah.
You know,
No, I said it 100 times before. Very, very rarely will an American restaurant actually make ethnically spicy level food.
well, there's always two menus to Asian restaurants that what I've seen here, around at stateside, unless you go to Chinatown, right? Unless you go to a real Chinatown. But you say, hey, I want the fucking Chinese version, or I want the Japanese menu. That's in Japanese or Chinese. You know. Now Korean, I can't say because I've not found any good Korean spots where I'm at. But I know what Korean tastes like, especially because my cousin's wife, she's fucking full blooded Korean. And they still live over there. They still live over there.
Okay.
When she comes home,
He
guess
cooks the
what?
real shit.
Put it this way, she kicks her own mother-in-law out of the fucking kitchen while she's there. Because Korean women, guess what? They want full control of the kitchen. Period. They are bossy as hell. Now what I'm doing now, I'm converting over the cooking one. So right now, so I can get that uploaded. So
Awesome.
I think the recording would be a lot better going live and shit. So we tried to live. Fuck it. Let's not record it in case we need to pause it. Because my next cook, which is next week, it's going to be a 2 hour plus cook. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm smoking everything. That's why. It doesn't matter how long it takes us to fucking cook it. That's the thing. Yeah, we don't want to be doing one that's 8 hours. No.
Yeah, no.
You can do that. If someone wants to do that, guess what? They can upload that themselves, right?
No.
Record it, upload it themselves right there.
Yeah, just when I need smoke a bunch of ribs and beans and everyone sees me just get drunker and drunker as that 6 hours drags on.
Well, no, that's why we hit the pause button. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's why we hit the pause button. It doesn't matter, but if you're smoking your ribs at 300 degrees, it ain't gonna take but 4 hours right there.
I do mine at 225 to 250. So.
Yep. Shit, I used to do them on the offset all the fucking time. Fucking 250, 4.5 hours right there. Because you can always bump them up. You don't even have to wrap it. I never wrap my ribs. I never have. The only thing I see when people wrap their ribs, they want to infuse more sauce into them. So they want to do more flavor into them.
Well, when I wrap mine, I'll wrap them for about an hour with a chopped onion in the valley, in the bone valley. So I'll take it, put it on upside down on the foil, put the onions in that valley, rewrap it, put it on the smoker about another hour or so, and them onions get real nice and soft and translucent. I'll pull the foil and scrape those onions into the beans that I've been keeping underneath those ribs, catching the drippings in the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And then I unwrap them, sauce them up, and then smoke them for another hour naked. So that works pretty well for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do a little bit of foil for that, but I've done without foil, and it seems to work just fine. I mean, as long as you keep your shit spritzed and fucking mopped, you ain't got to worry about it getting dry.
See, the only thing about wrapping anything, right, any piece of meat, is you lose some bark. That you do. Especially like on brisket.
It's soggy, yeah.
Yes. Like me, I never wrapped anything, right? Never did. Upper same way. I've seen people wrap them like, technically you don't have to, people, if you don't want to. I said, but it's all personal, your preference, what you want to do right there. Now, if you want competition chicken, right? Guess what? You smoke them all there, get some smoke, you put them in a pan with butter, seal that up, get them nice and tender, right? Then dunk them in sauce, Get them altered. That's where you get that melt through skin right there. It's not crispy skin, but it's melts in your mouth. And that's where all the competition judges, that's what they want. They don't want to see crispy skin for some reason. I never understood that.
Don't want to bite through.
They want that bite through shit.
So it doesn't pull it all with it when you
Yep.
come
On
away.
even crispy skin, if you do it right, you get it crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna pull apart when you bite through it. It be still be bite through, but the judges, for some reason, they want that soft skin. I've never understood it. Yeah.
Me either.
And they have to be trimmed up perfectly, right? Your chicken thighs have to be trimmed up perfectly right there. And some people say you got to take that chicken skin off, scrape the fat off of it, right? I'm like, no, you don't. If you're cooking at 300 degrees, that fat will render in that motherfucker, especially when you put it in the butter. You know, pan with butter on that, let that get that butter soak in there.
Yeah.
That fat will fucking render almost every time. And you also got those people out there that think they got to use a water pan, even on a drum. And I said, no, you don't need a water pan on the motherfucker because you want that juices to go down on those coals and create that old smoke too. That's own unique smoke besides whatever wood you got in there too.
That's true.
That's why Blues Hog, when they did the drum, called the Mega Drum, first year Memphis made the whole hog cook, the World Series of cooking whole hog, right? The granddaddy right there.
Huh.
They won that bitch first time using that drum right there. You know, and that's when everybody started using the drums for their hogs, really. Not everybody, but some people like Byron Meeks, right? He still uses his offset. You know.
I'm sure your heat is a lot more consistent in a drum like that.
Oh, it is too.
Because there's no convection zone, there's no hot spots. Yep. It's just like heat here, food here.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's why little Tate, I got him. That's why he bought the drum too, because he was fucking hooked on it. At first, he was like apprehensive. He's like, "I'll buy one." You go out. He said, "Yeah, I see what you're talking about now." You know. But if I was gonna do a lot of fucking barbecue, not quick and fast, but for a lot of people, I'd get me a reverse flow smoker, the one that costs $30,000. One you can do hundreds of fucking chickens at a time on that motherfucker. You know.
Yeah. Type of barbecue where you're gonna have a $3,000-$4,000 a day.
Actually, if it depends on how you could actually do more than that if you price it just right. That's the thing. You know.
You're talking about cooking a shitload of meat.
Oh yeah. Or people like here, like we used to do a fundraiser when I was in the Mason Lodge I was in, right? We always did a fundraiser, right? Once a year, pulled Boston butt, right? My uncle was smoking, right? Dude, we'd smoke fucking 200 Boston butts right there. And that's when they were still cheap, and we was selling them for $20 for like a 5-pound one right there. They were still damn near cheap. We got the meat damn near no day every time too. You know, and stuff, because that's what like a lot of people don't realize. Like the Mason lodges, like especially the local ones, their fucking fundraisers go towards kids, like helping out school supplies if they need, you know, dentistry work, right? We help pay for that shit too.
Okay.
You know, because the Masons have their own hospital for fucking dental, just like Shriners have the Shriner Hospital for other shit too. Which somewhere I got my fucking Shriner hat somewhere, but on it. Rocky, what the fuck you eating?
The chili I made.
Okay. Oh, it's done now?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it looks like.
Hold on, let me fix the background, dude. I gotta fix the background. I hate that.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Well, that's all that matters as long as it tastes good. I mean, that's all that matters, though. You know,
Mm.
did you hand shredded chicken? It looks like you hand shredded chicken, right?
Yeah, I did.
Use breast.
Yep.
Have you
I
ever
got
tried
these
use?
that look like Wolverine claws, and I used that. They're not Wolverine claws.
Yeah. But have you ever tried doing thighs?
Hmm?
Have you ever
No,
tried doing
I want,
thighs?
I want
The
to try
reason
thighs.
the reason I say that Rocky, is because thighs don't dry out like chicken breast does. Even because chicken breast can dry out in a slow cooker too. You know, and they shred a lot better too than the chicken thighs do, especially if they're the big thick ones, right?
And the
But
cool thing
most
is,
people,
if you get bone-in thighs, right? You want to crock pot them for what he was talking about.
yep,
First thing you do, you sear the skin, right? Then you put it in the crock pot, and then you can do one of two things when the chicken's done. You can either take that chicken off, chop it up real fine, and throw it into your pulled chicken, right? So you get little crispy bits, or you can take that fucking skin, you throw it on some bacon grease and make a fucking chicken chip out of it.
yep,
That's delicious too.
yeah.
Think of it like little tortilla strips, except instead
Yep.
of tortilla, it's fucking crispy chicken skin.
Well, if you throw them in a deep fryer, they'll puff up. They will puff up.
Oh yeah, like a pork rind. Oh yeah, they're
Yep.
delicious.
Yep.
Yeah, that chicken skin, man. Don't sleep on that shit, dude. Don't throw it away if you pull it off or anything, man. You fry that shit up, it's good.
So here's what I do if I'm gonna do that, right? I'll sear them on the grill, right?
Well,
Or the smoker at 354 degrees, right? And then I'll take the skin off, leave the bone in, right? Throw them right in the crock pot, right? Or Instant Pot, whatever the fuck you're using.
mm-hmm.
And then save those skins, right? So they don't get wet or nothing like that. They'll puff up a lot better if they don't get wet. That's what I found.
Yeah. You want to before you fry anything, you want to get rid of as much moisture as possible.
Oh yeah. But don't scrape the fat off them like some people do.
Oh fuck no, that's the good stuff. You kidding me? That's the pork rind part of it.
No. But yeah. Did you make anything else with that? Like cornbread or butter bread? No. I always like just cheap butter bread, like white bread or even wheat bread. Put some butter on there, right? Just eat it like that. Dip it in there.
No.
I thought I could do that anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to, I would do that.
Oh yeah.
That was good. All right, put this in the pan.
Yeah, Charlene's got some steak tips in the crock pot. She's gonna make a gravy out of the drippings and put it all over some mashed potatoes.
Yep. Hey, there you go, man. Let's see here. I might have some sound come through. Just bear with me here.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. It got converted over, so now I can upload it. So we go to here. No, keep going. I'll just see where the fuck I'm at here on this fucking thing here. There we go. I'm gonna see if this will allow me to upload while we're live too.
Oh, ought to.
Well, you figured it would since I'm switching accounts
Yeah, exactly.
and going to the galley. I keep going.
Oh lordy, yep.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
I'm here, Mike. I'm just washing my hands, dude.
You the dog
I
tip.
like to clean my mess. I don't like leaving a mess in the sink or anything. I just wash the dishes right then and there.
Oh, okay. Hi, puppy. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Oh my goodness.
So I have not been really paying attention to what's been going on in the news. All I know is like gas went up 30 cents over here.
Yeah, it's so high
And
up
like
here, I don't even look at it anymore.
never let a crisis go to waste, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Make more money. I always want to ask those people, are you taking that with you when you die?
In a
Are
way,
you
yes,
taking
they
it
are,
with you?
but not in the way they think, and they're not going to like the way it goes with them.
Like I always want to ask those people that are really, really stingy or whatever, like, are you taking that money with you when you die?
You know,
And I've never had anyone that, well, no. So why do you act that way? Why are you so selfish? Why do you
well,
want to screw other people over? You know,
well,
what's
back in the
that money
day,
going to do? It's not going to make you live longer.
back in the day after work, I had a friend. He's still my friend, but I haven't seen him in years. But we used to do every Friday. We'd go to his house after work. It was called the ATF party, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. We'd drink scotch and smoke cigars, and we'd pass around unloaded firearms, and just kind of have an afternoon of it, right?
Yeah, sounds
And this,
fun.
and this dude had a big, beautiful house in Mukilteo. He had a Ferrari 355. He had two gun safes completely full of. His hobby was building ARs, and he was not stupid with his money. He retired from Boeing after like almost 30 years. He had a couple of condos he was renting. I mean, homeboy was stacked up with cash, and he was doing real good. He was comfortably retired. But he'd be sitting there with we'd be sitting there with $100 bottle of scotch, and he'd have a $25 cigar, and he'd have a rifle that he built, and even with him building it himself, the thing was still like $1,500. And he'd be like, "Yeah, fuck it, what do I care? It's not like I can take the money with me." That was his whole attitude.
Yeah, I mean, because it's
Like,
like,
if he's like,
yeah,
"Hey, you mind if I bring my buddy over for this?" He'd be like, "Yeah, sure, bring him over." He'd give him a cigar. Here you go. Pour him a glass. Here you go. Not like I can take it with me. Like that was his big phrase: "Is it's not like I can take it with me." So
yeah, you can.
he had money, but he also spread like a lot of it around.
So he actually had fun with it.
Well, yeah, that was his whole point. Like, why have all this money if you're just gonna freaking be stingy with it? Like, fuck no. He's like, build the
Yeah,
rifle, buy the car, like, do the stuff. Like, it's not. I mean, like I said, he's like, it's not as though it's gonna be here after I die. It's gonna be somebody else's shit when I die.
yeah, I
So,
know.
yep,
Because I went to a place with Heidi the other day because we were looking at maybe letting someone rent our truck, our taco truck, to do their business.
yeah,
And they told me about the people that they're working with that are really, really stingy. Like they won't even turn the lights on in the building to get good light. They have to work with just a natural light with a building that barely has any windows or anything, right? I'm like, what kind of crap is that? Like, that's stupid. I'm like, that person is that stingy that they won't let you use the light because of whatever. And this is like a place that's like a club. It's like a nightclub slash like a venue that you can use to like have a party or wedding reception or whatever, something like that. And I'm like, man, I don't understand those kind of people.
no,
I
neither do
really
I.
don't. I don't understand their mentality because it's like that story of the rich man that in the gospels, the rich man, not the rich man in Lazarus, but the rich man who's like, you know what? I'm going to build me some new storage things for corn, right? And I'm going to do that tomorrow. And at the end of the parable, it's like, fool, don't you know today's your last day? Your soul's required of you.
No,
You know what I mean? Kind of like,
oh yeah,
it's like, come on, man. You could have done something good with that. Like all those people that have all that money, you know. No, I'm not telling people to do that, but it's just like, you got to have a different perspective of like, come on. We know there's people that are really suffering out there and there's people that are really working hard. How about helping those people out? But the people that want to be lazy and live off of everyone else's work, no, they don't get nothing. They got to go work. They
yep.
got to earn it, you know. But that's just me though.
Well, I'm entering the
Maybe
phase. Well, I'm entering the phase of my life now where I've been working since I was about 10 years old, and I'm starting to see why people look forward to retiring at 55. And I know that shit ain't gonna happen. So it's like, man, would it be really so terrible if I just begged for food and money on a beach in fucking California somewhere?
You don't want to go to California, man. That place is,
Well, I mean, as long as you're the beggar, man, California's a pretty good place to be.
yeah, I know. It's getting out. It's getting like that out here too.
No,
A lot of
I'm living in the thick of
lot
it
of
too. I
homeless.
know.
I feel bad for them, but it's like I don't
Mm,
know what happened to them. You know,
yeah.
I feel bad for them, but it's like you guys are they're overrunning certain parts of the city.
But I figured this about the homeless. If you're going to be homeless, generally, I mean, not always, but mostly, you're homeless because you couldn't make it on your own, and you have literally burned every single bridge to the point where there is no one that will offer you a room or a couch. I mean, think about that for a second, right?
Yeah,
I mean, not only have you completely failed to launch, but you're also the type of person that no one wants in their house,
yeah, that's kind of sad, huh?
which is kind of why I don't think that homeless are generally very good people.
Good people. I
I mean,
remember watching that one movie with John Belushi and Tupac. They were cops, and Dennis Quaid was in it. And Dennis Quaid was a bum, right? But his family got murdered, and he lost his mind because of those cops. And then they found out he was a rich guy that was like a doctor, and they all that stuff. And then I forget what that movie was called, but it was like one of the only movies I ever saw Tupac Shakur in
hmm,
the '90s. They were cops. I forget what it was called though. But anyways, yeah. There's not been much going on in my house, dude. It's been calm, quiet. I love it.
yeah, here either man's been very much more of the same. Yeah,
Not a whole lot of excitement. Nobody's yelling and screaming. There's no intensity. Everyone's just chilling,
that is
which
how
I'm
I keep
happy.
my house as well. Yep. Not
You
a
know, I
big fan
made
of
dinner.
noise, not a big fan of commotion. Just don't care for it.
Me neither. Like, the only time I really go to public is that during the day is just to go to the gym and then I go back home.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere else because I don't want to deal with something stupid.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not in the mood for it. I don't have the patience for it and I don't have the time for it. And I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just looking to get what I need and go
Yep.
with as little interaction with people as usual because I don't know how those people are. I don't know what their frame of mind is. I don't know what they're going through. And I don't know if they're looking for trouble.
Yeah. The place I work out, not a whole lot of people like that. So it's a lot of teenagers, a lot of young ladies working out, a lot of old people working out. Some middle-aged fucking jacked guys. So generally speaking, from what I've seen, I've talked to a few people here and there, but mostly I don't have anything in common with anybody in that gym, and that works okay.
Well, it's crazy. Like the gym I go to, I talked to a bunch of people. I talked to a few people there,
Hmm.
that they're like, they were like one of the guys that I talked to there, my son's is friend with his son and he worked for the school and he's just retired. And then another guy worked for the school too, and he just retired. So I talk to these guys when they show up, when I see them.
Well, you got
But
something
other than
coming
that,
there, then.
but other than that, like there's people that come in the gym and I don't talk to them because there's like at one time there's maybe like 8 people in the gym at one time, and sometimes I'm in there by myself,
Oh,
which I
dude,
absolutely love.
I worked out at a hardcore powerlifting gym for a while, a bit in the past. I
Uh-huh.
stopped going because of its location, because the traffic coming home from there was just too terrible. But it was a let yourself in type place, right? And it was a straight up powerlifting gym. So even if people were squatting, there was like 4 squat racks. If you wanted to bench, there was like 4 benches. So like no matter what you were doing, there was always a piece of equipment open for you, right? And
Yeah.
you go in there and it was punch code. You let yourself in with a punch code. Half the time there was nobody there. And they said, yeah, they would say, like, yeah, turn the lights off when you leave if you're alone. but it has skylights. So half the time I never turn the lights on anyway. And they had this big fucking amplified fucking 12-inch speaker with EQ controls and a plug-in for Android and fucking Apple because it was back when they were different. And so if you were the first one in, man, fucking take your phone, plug it in, put your music in. It was first come, first serve. And yeah, you could put in some fucking hate breed and just fucking knock out a leg day. Like about half the time I was alone. It was great.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that dudes like being alone sometimes.
Dudes like being alone most times.
Yeah.
I got a
We
few
like
trusted
knowing
friends,
that
but
people are there, but we don't need to interact with everybody. We don't got to talk to no one.
don't have to. I mean, I always like to find a new interesting person to talk to, but it's so rare that I just don't talk to people mostly. It's like panning for gold. How many people are you going to swirl around that pen for the couple of flecks of good conversation you might find if you're lucky?
I figured if people want to talk to me, if they want to talk, they'll just come up and talk to me, and I'll be kind and considerate and all that stuff and
Oh no,
respectful.
I'm perfectly
You know,
pleasant. Certainly, I'm actually friendly and helpful most times, but rarely does it ever go past that basic interaction with strangers. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should not be so much like that. Maybe I should try to engage people. Maybe I should try to annoy people. That would be fun.
I'm just glad at the gyms I go to, because I go to two of them, right?
Yeah.
They don't have the people filming shit.
You know what? Mine pretty much doesn't either. You see it occasionally, but not often. We're kind of lucky like that.
Because you see those things on TikTok and YouTube where someone's trying to, ruin someone's life on the internet. That I would be ruthless with those people. I'd
Oh
be
yeah.
like, you're gonna stop that because I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. You want to act dumb like that? Like no one cares.
Well, if I owned a
You know,
gym, I'd have a sign that says,
there's no recording. No
no
recording your
record. Well,
workouts.
there's no recording, and if you see anybody from this gym recording, forward me their social media, and if I verify, they will have their membership revoked immediately.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, I back when my deadlift form wasn't real good because deadlift is one of them exercises where you can do it forever if you do it right, but if you do it wrong, you can hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So when I was at that gym, sometimes I'd put a freaking jump box up with a dumbbell there, and I'd lean my phone against it, and I'd do a couple of sets of deadlifts, so I could check out my form and see what I was doing right. Because what I would do is I'd do it, I'd watch myself, and then I'd go on YouTube and see how they stacked up, and just make sure that my form was good. But dude, that's the only time that I ever recorded myself lifting, and that was just strictly for form and safety purposes.
Yeah. I mean, luckily I had a mirror so I could check through the mirror, you know what I mean?
I could, but the thing with deadlifts is it's a movement that you have to do correctly. And if you're not facing forward, if you got your head to one side, you're looking in the mirror to check out your side form, your body is a little twisted, you get distracted. It's not quite the same. You with deadlifts, if you're going to go to the side view, not the front view, the
Mhm.
mirror is good in the front, but if you're going to do the side view to check your back alignment and all that, man, you really need a camera. But
I don't do a
like
whole
I
lot of
said, that's the only
deadlifting.
time I ever did it. And the meatheads I was lifting with certainly didn't give a shit. Which, to be fair, I don't give a shit either, honestly. You can record whatever the fuck you want. Hell, you can record my ass while I'm squatting and I don't care. Just don't be a dickhead about what the camera shows, when you're done. Oh my God, this guy was 3 mirrors away. He was looking at me through this mirror and then bounced off of this mirror. And then I saw this mirror and I could see he was looking right at me. It's like, well, did it ever occur to you that every gym is coated in mirrors and the guy was between sets just staring off into space? Which is what I do when I'm been between sets. I just stare off into space. And
Oh, dude, like
occasionally,
this
you know,
week, like Monday, dude, I had like all these women next to me on the treadmill. And I just was looking at my phone in the podcast I was watching. And some girl to the right of me dropped her phone and fell and all this stuff. And I just kept walking. I'm like, I'm not messing with you people. I don't trust you.
Nope.
No. Heck
Nope.
no.
Nope. Nope. All it takes is one embarrassed woman to say you touched her tit accidentally when you helped her to get up, and bang, lawsuit. Fuck that.
Yeah. I don't mess with any of that stuff anymore. I avoid most of them like the plague. Sad to say, but that's the truth. After all the horror stories you see on the internet, it's like, I'm not playing this game.
Nope.
I'll watch the confessionals and blurry creatures or whatever the heck I'm watching, and then I'll enjoy myself that way.
Yep.
I'm not
That's the
going to
reason why
play
I got
that
a
game.
dog. So there's a witness when me and the wife are in bed together.
Stupid. But
Yeah.
how's it going,
Seriously
Jay?
though, you can't take a chance with that shit no more.
No, you can't. And from what I've noticed, there's a lot less guys in gyms, and they're just like doing home gym things.
Believe me, bro, if I owned my own joint and I had the room, bet your ass I'd be doing that because they got some power cages right now. You can buy an entire power cage that will do with pulleys and shit that'll do like almost anything you need for like $2,000. You throw some bars, you buy some plates. I mean, you're all in on a home gym for like 3,500, 4,000 bucks. You're good to go. There's nothing you can't do within reason.
Yeah,
And, it's
because
just,
like
I would do that in a heartbeat if I could.
I told Heidi that I was like, man, I want to get my own home gym. I'll get a treadmill, a bike, an elliptical, and then the weight stuff. I'm
Yeah.
good.
I mean, imagine being in your own fucking gym, you got the walls painted black. You got pictures of Ronnie Coleman and Lee Priest and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger all over the place. You're playing Slaughter to Prevail as loud as you want to go and fucking screaming as loud as you want to scream. Hell yeah.
You don't get drama. You don't get people trying to, hey, he looked at me, or hey, whatever. Like, no.
You throw up some fucking mirrors on the wall to make sure your form's good and to flex in because, God damn it, I'm not going to lie and say I don't flex in the mirror. Of course I do. Who doesn't? You got a freaking
I don't
really,
do it. Yeah.
your body fat's low for, you've been working out, your body fat's low, you're getting a really good pump, you're wearing a muscle shirt, the light's hitting just right. Tell me you don't do that. You're a liar if you say you don't.
When I was a little bit skinnier before I had to stop working out for the surgery, I started getting really cut, dude.
Yeah.
So like everything was just bulging. It was bulging. Now I wasn't trying to like get big. I'm just trying to get
Well, you're naturally fucking stocky
shape.
guy to begin with. A little bit of nutrition, a little weight training, you probably blow up like a fucking tick.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm just
I just
saying
want to be.
you've always been just kind of a naturally big dude is what I'm getting at. It doesn't take much working out to get you bigger.
No, maybe not. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm that big though.
You start getting in shape, dude, shit starts popping out. You start seeing lines that weren't there before. Hell yeah, you're going to check yourself out.
Well,
My office like,
technically,
deltoids look cool. Look at all those little lines. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
if you're gonna fucking do a home gym, you don't need the free weights. All you need for that is a Bowflex. Then you get your bike or your elliptical, what you want, right? And then you get the Bowflex fucking dumbbells, go from 0 to 90 pounds. That's all you need. It's gonna be a lot cheaper than buying the fucking lifting weight set. Put it that way. So I looked into that.
Notice this line of bullshit is coming from the most genetically gifted among us. This guy could sneeze at a weight and get big.
But I'm telling you, fucking that Bowflex, I thought it was a lot of bullshit, right? I was always a free weights guy, right?
Oh, dude, as long as you use them, they work. Yeah.
Yes.
To a certain degree, resistance is resistance.
Yeah.
Do you remember the old Solo Flex?
Yep.
You had the rubber bands, dude?
Yep.
Back in the 90s, my best friend's brother had one of those things. He had a little weight room, a little bedroom converted to a weight room. And that Solo Flex was 90% of what he used. And he had some boxes for doing handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
He was the most jacked fucking guy I knew until I joined the Navy.
And then get you a fucking dip machine, right? You can get them on Amazon cheap, right? Do dips with, right? As long as your shoulders can take it, right?
What kind of machine?
A dip machine.
Oh, dip. Yeah.
And then if you get the right one, guess what? You can turn around all that, do your leg lifts right there, which works your whole core. So that way you don't have to do the setups. The setups don't really do shit for you. You do the leg lifts, you like that. That works your whole fucking core right there.
Yeah, whenever I do an ab workout, I always start off with the hanging hanging leg raises and knee raises because,
Yeah.
like you said, it's like you're a shrimp. You know, you just fucking curl up like a shrimp, and it works everything.
And that's better for your neck, better for your back. So that way you ain't going up and down that fucking incline or doing them on the floor, right?
Yep.
Everything. But I'm telling you, those dumbbells, I got a set of those dumbbells, right? Mine goes from 0 to 90 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers, they ain't no joke right there.
Oh yeah, I got a buddy with a home gym that's got a set of those things. They're really nice. You just got to fucking dial them in, pull them off.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it don't take those Bowflexes. They ain't fucking that expensive if you get the right one.
Well, no, you get well these days those Bowflexes are a lot like treadmills. You know, people buy them, never use them. They got to move, don't want to move the fucking thing, and they either give it to you or sell it for damn near nothing.
Well, because I mean, it takes a while to put them motherfuckers together right there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Bowflex, they will actually come and put them up for you. That's how I did mine. Got delivered, scheduled a guy to come in and put it up for me. Hell yeah.
Really? Okay.
You know, so that way you're not trying to figure out where everything fucking goes right there. Because they have technicians that do that every fucking day. He had mine put together within 30 minutes right there.
I bet those guys get some tail doing that job.
Probably. Which that reminds me, I need to start hitting mine again though, since I've been feeling better. So.
Yeah.
All right. Check. So. Nope. All right. Sorry, I'll just upload the video now to fucking Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube.
No problem, dude.
With the fucking the fucking recipe, the description. So, so. And there we go. It was up there for that one. So, the upper 1600s fucking skillet hash. Motherfucker. I spelled 1600 wrong. Son of a bitch. Don't have an A, that's an S. It's supposed to be an S, jackass. Sorry. There we go. Yeah. I think that's going to work out a lot better for that one right there. So we'll see if it does. Yes, I know now we can do that on fucking here. No problem. While we're on the other one. So. Well, had a midnight fucking get busted for fucking slavery and sex trafficking.
What?
Yeah. Well, we had the Amish guy get busted for him. Let's see if I saved that. Yeah, he's a midnight guy, but they say Amish / midnight, but he's a midnight.
Okay, not the same people.
No, because he could drive cars and all that bullshit, right?
Yep.
He got caught for fucking slavery and fucking sex trafficking too.
Greasy.
South of town. So.
What are they doing, dude? Come on.
Clearly slavery and sex trafficking.
you be surprised what those communities do, man. I'm telling you. They ain't fucking they're not fucking they can be evil. They can be good. They can also be evil too. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're still people.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let's see if I can pull that up here. Yeah, 3 watching. Okay. Right here. See if it's.
I know I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm just kind of like.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I grew up around those motherfuckers, so I'm not surprised.
I'm disappointed in them. I'm more disappointed in them.
Yeah. Here we go. Got the. Yeah. All right. This is out in the country, Cooper County, south of town. Amish retreat leader accused of forced labor, sexual abuse over 4 years. All right. The leader of Mercy Truth Retreat in Cooper County was arrested Wednesday following accusations that he abused residents, forced them to work for him without pay. Sam Shelter, 42 of Boonville, was arrested and charged with 2 counts of trafficking for the purpose of slavery, involuntary servitude, or forced labor, and 1 count of first-degree sodomy or attempted sodomy, according to court documents. Right there. Yeah. That is a retreat for Amish and Mennonite community members that Shelter has operated since 2022, according to court documents. Right there. So, yep. The retreat was under control of one individual who took advantage of his position in the Amish community, control, manipulate, coerce, or force vulnerable people for his own profit in different terms. Yeah.
Man, crazy as hell. Jeez.
That popped up fucking earlier today. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then we had, on 20 Wednesday, we had the fucking casino get robbed.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
That's so stupid. Just like, come on. How much more stupid stuff are we going to see?
Oh, it'll just get dumber as time goes on. It ain't stopped yet. It's not going to anytime soon.
Man, it's a good thing I just don't go out. I don't go out of my house unless I actually have a good reason to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought when I retired I'd be a homebody because, I was like, I'm retired now. I can go do what I want. And now it's like, not with the way society acts right now. I don't want to go out there.
Yeah.
I'll find something else.
Yeah, but you can't let that fucking stop you.
It doesn't stop me if I don't go out unless I have a reason. I'm not going to waste my money and time on some stupid crap. I just don't want to. It's not worth it. Be right back.
Yeah, sometimes I'm thinking about going off on my own, but I don't know. Like Rocky says, it just never quite seems worth it after I think about it for a minute or two.
Yeah, I will let it bother me if I want fucking to go somewhere. I'll go fucking go somewhere as long as I fucking feel good. So,
Yeah, but you're single. It's a different story.
well, even when I was fucking married, fucking was going places all damn time. So, all right. God damn it, River. Sorry. All right.
Man. Oh,
Already logged
the
in.
skill went down the wrong hole.
Yeah.
At least Monday, I got to start working out, dude. Start lifting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that
Yep.
so much. In my own little world, working out, listen to my podcast or whatever it is I want to listen to. I wanted to send you one, Mick. I think I might send it to you later.
All right.
This is a good one. Actually, a good couple of them. Like, really good. And the topics are always pretty darn interesting because it has to do with current events and the madness that we're seeing right now.
No, there ain't no shortage of
Madness
that.
and insanity.
Yes, by all means, send me a link or two.
Let me do it real quick. I won't send too much. But these were like, I thought you might like them.
Hey, you think I could head to Little Caesars over there and ask to apply?
Yeah, take the Denali.
Right.
Come back right after. Put a different shirt on than Scarface. You're going to try to get a job.
It's a fast food.
All right, whatever, dude. You guys are knuckleheads. It's crazy. They tell my sons are like telling me they're trying to get jobs, right? They're like, you can't go inside and work the job. You got to go do it online, and then they wait. I was like, can you even go over there and say, hey, I'm done? I'm just following up. They're like, that's how society is right now. They don't want you to follow up. Weird.
Oh, the Return of the Nephilim. That would be interesting.
Yeah, he did a good, like, he gets emotional at the end.
Well, you never know. I mean, you got that kid on fucking Florida's team who's 7'9".
I was listening to one of the podcasts today, and he said that the Kandahar Giant story that we've been told, it's
Mhm.
not the real one. They said there were 3 giants. 2 got killed and 1 got away. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
managed to waste 2 of them. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
mean,
guarantee it.
you basically have to decapitate them like David killed Goliath. That's how you kill them things, and then you got to take their head off.
Well,
Fucking
first of
cool.
all, unless he was part of that special forces crew, he ain't gonna know the real story unless he's talked to him too. Right there.
You
All
You
know.
right,
know.
boys. Dinner's ready, and I got to get up at 2 in the morning, so I'm going to jump.
Yep.
All right, I'll let you
All
go,
right,
bro.
guys. See
All
you
right.
on Sunday.
All right.
All right.
Well, Jay, what do you want to talk about, homie, or you want to get off?
Fuck, I don't know. Fuck.
You seem busy.
Well, I've been busy doing this fucking shit that I wanted to get done, which I already got that done. So, you know, I don't give a shit. We
What
can
was the
bullshit some more. I don't care. It don't matter to
what
me.
was the weather like there today? Was
50
it hot?
fucking, no, 53 degrees. So,
Wow, okay. Dude, it got up to like 80, like 85 today.
yeah.
Now it's back down to like it's 71 degrees, but then tonight it's going to get down to the 40s.
Yep.
Ain't that big of a deal though.
Nope. It was supposed to be hot, but not hot, but warm later in the week, but it won't equal out until about May. Anyways, here, so it'll continue to go up and down, all that bullshit. So, uh, oh shit. No, I just
Well,
wanted
if
to
you're
get that
busy,
shit
bro,
done. Huh?
if you're busy, bro, I'll let you go so you can handle whatever you got to handle, bro.
All right, I mean, we can go ahead and end it. It don't matter to me. So,
If you want to end it, we can.
all right. Here. Tell